So recently, Game Freak has given us some new information in regards to the new games Pokemon Sun and Moon. Although we have acquired all of this information, there is still a few things we do not know. One of those things that piques my curiosity the most is what kind of gym leaders and gyms we can expect to see in Sun and Moon. As a lot of you guys already know, I have already done a video covering this topic on what kinds of gyms we could possibly see in Sun and Moon. Having a cool gym is one thing, but what about the reward after defeating that gym? You know, that sparkling emblem the player receives after winning a well-fought gym battle? That's right, I'm talking about gym badges. A lot of gym badges reflect the theme of the specific gym they represent, and I think we can say the same thing will apply with the Sun and Moon gyms. With all the possible gyms I discussed in my previous video, along with a few other gyms I think will be in the new games, I have hired an artist named Shin to design the possible gym badges we could see in these gyms. I hope you enjoy these gym badges and can appreciate Shin's other work by checking out his gallery. A link to his art will be provided in the description. So with all that being said, Rebels and Reblets, I present to you my top 5 possible gym badges for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Although we have had an Elite Four member that specializes in the Steel type in Generation 6, we have not had a Steel type gym leader since Generation 4. Because of this, I think it's time for a comeback. For a gym badge design, I think that the Plate Badge would be a perfect fit for a Steel type gym. I say the Plate Badge because it reminds me a lot of the iron Captain James Cook brought to the natives of Hawaii. I feel it is a very strong symbol for Captain James Cook and the new life Hawaii had for the upcoming future. So I am going to say the same thing as I did for the Steel gym. We have not seen a gym for this type since Generation 4. That type is Ghost. With Hawaii's spooky legends, I think that a Ghost type gym would be perfect. A lot of these legends are extremely creepy, and I get goosebumps just thinking about them. For a gym badge, I decided to go with the Spirit Badge. The badge itself has 2 ghosts linked to the other and has 2 black dots on the sides for the eyes. This badge really symbolizes a ghost and embraces the creepy folklore of Hawaii. So I know this is going to sound a little cliche, but I thought that basing a gym around the game titles themselves would be a good idea. But the Sun and Moon badge? No. Just no. I was thinking more like the Flare Badge. The Flare Badge is designed to look like that of a solar flare. Solar flares are powerful bursts of radiation from the sun, but cannot pass directly through Earth's magnetic field. I thought that the Flare Badge would be a perfect representation of how vicious the sun can actually be, instead of the shining star we see in the sky that brightens our days. I also think this badge would be a perfect fit for a possible Fire-type gym leader, with the very calm personality at first, but then ignited with the flames of fury to win a battle. So what type of list would this be if I didn't include a Moon-type badge? I included a Sun-based badge, so I may as well include a Moon one. Rather than just call it the Moon Badge or the Lunar Badge, how about we name it after a phase of the moon? For example, the Crescent Badge. The Crescent Badge has 3 crescent moons on them, and I feel the best typing for this is definitely Fairy. I say Fairy because a lot of the moves in Pokemon that have moon in them are Fairy type. An example would be Moonblast. Notice how the moon in the attack animation is engulfed with a pink aura. Not to mention that the Fairy type was just introduced in Generation 6, and we really do not know much about it, especially with some of the Fairy Pokemon said to have come from outer space. So with the Fairy typing being very closely related to the moon, and having a game titled after it, I hope it can find out more information about this peculiar type of Pokemon. Having another Fairy gym may actually give us some answers. Ever since Generation 2, when the Dark type came out, we have never received the gym for it. With Sun and Moon right around the corner though, I think we may actually get our Dark type gym. Dark type is definitely possible, because if we take a look at the titles of Sun and Moon, what happens when they cover the Earth? An eclipse happens. And that is exactly what this number 1 badge is based off of. With the Eclipse Badge's design, there is a small blue circle on top with the Pokemon Sun Diamond inside of it. The small blue circle represents the moon itself, and the small sun diamond represents the sun. I know that the sun is a lot bigger, but because of the distance between the sun and the moon, it literally is that size. For the bottom part of the badge, we have the Earth itself. Notice how the Earth is only partially showing though. That is because it is covered up due to the eclipse. With all these close resemblances in mind, I hope Game Freak will pull through and give us what we've wanted since Generation 2. Well, that pretty much wraps up the top 5 possible gym badges for Pokemon Sun and Moon. These badges I have chosen definitely share a close relation with that of Hawaiian lore, history, and even the significance of the game titles themselves. Those are my badges though. What kinds of badges would you guys like to see? Share with me in the comment section below. I would love to hear some of your guys' opinions. With all that being said though, I've been Mystic Umbreon, and I will see you in the future for more Pokemon content.